There's a lot of things in this world that are uncomfortable.
Yeah, that you hit it right on the head.
Okay, welcome back. Episode number 2 on Failure Queens. Kenzie and
Sadie, and this is Kenzie.
And this is Sadie. We are going to look at responses from our friends. We asked a lot of our closest and dearest families, and we're going to just talk about it and see how we would respond in those situations.
When people are passive aggressive.
Oof.
Oh my gosh.
I ignore it.
That literally makes I'm like quivering. I think when people are passive aggressive, like I feel like I'm in a box, like a glass box, and I'm like banging on it. And I want to get out, but I'm trapped.
Yeah. Not knowing how to hug correctly.
Oh my gosh.
Do you go over? Do you go under? Do you do one
That
arm?
like keeps me up at night.
Or when you are first, like, you see your friends and you're like, hi, hello. Do you hug them? I always go for the dap up or the handshake.
No,
and they go for the hug.
Well, and to me, it's so weird when people bring it up and talk about like,
they address how awkward you are.
And it's like, sorry doesn't come as natural to me.
Sorry went under when you were trying to go under as well.
When people ask or talk about anything related to going to the bathroom, especially in front of boys, is that the one I said?
Yes, that is you.
Okay, I don't know why, because I'm not like my room's messy, my car's messy, like I'm like very open about talking about anything that could be deemed inappropriate or like anything. But when it comes to like bodily functions, and same thing with my family, like we're all so open, like way too open about everything. But when it comes to bodily functions, like none of us speak a word of it.
It's so funny. Me and my family are the opposite. My parents do not know that I've never mentioned the words I've kissed a boy in front of them. We don't talk about anything. The word period has never been uttered in my house because I grew up with only brothers.
We wouldn't talk about it.
Well, but okay, like everything else we don't talk about, but my brothers would be like, I had the gnarliest poop today, and they'll tell me about their poops.
Oh my god. Well, like my dad would get like some of the biggest fights that my family's gotten into, like really big fights, like serious, have started from
That is so funny.
Someone like
Potty talk.
Well, someone like I remember one Christmas my brother farted in the car. My dad pulls over the car and makes my brother get out. And then they're like fighting on the side of the road. It's Christmas Eve. Like everyone's fighting. My brother starts walking home. Like it was a full-on serious thing.
I wish that was my family sometimes, because sometimes it's too much. I'm like, you guys are actually pigs. That's hilarious.
Scary. So like when people start talking about it, I'm like, I'm gonna get in trouble.
When someone starts talking shit on someone and the person is very close by and could hear, don't crap talk. Don't crap talk, period.
Here's the thing, use code words. And I've been doing this my whole life, and I tell everyone, and everyone's like, no, that's dumb. And then what happens, they wish they use a code word. Yep. And like, if you always have a code word and just don't ever tell people like real names, especially if you're like a guy, that's always my go-to. I never tell anyone their real name, and I always use a code word. And then there's so many instances where it's like saved my life. Because it will slip out, and even if they don't think.
Code words, or just don't crap talk, because what comes around goes around. Like it will get back to them, and then it's uncomfortable.
Everyone does talk.
Everyone crap talk.
So just like be strategic about it.
Yeah, exactly. Be strategic about your crap talking. Not knowing someone's name and having to introduce them to others. That's hard.
Oh my gosh, that's mortifying. I think I've told you the story about when I forgot someone's name, right? And what I did.
No.
Okay, so one time I was at this party, and there was a girl who I knew pretty well. Like we hadn't ever hung out one-on-one, but like it was someone who I definitely should 100% know her name. And we were in the kitchen, and there was this guy who I also knew kind of well, and he was like, oh, do you know her? And I was like, oh yeah, we go way back. But he thought I was joking, because like I was throughout the night. And then he's like, oh really? I was like, yeah, we've known each other for so long. But like I was kind of joking, but we really did know each other. And then he was like, oh, really? What's her name? And my body temperature immediately rose 100 degrees. My palms were sweating. I was like, I can't tell you the fear that ran through my body because no one was like laughing or joking around, and I wasn't like close enough with either of them for them to just like call me out. And like,
that makes my butt cringe. Like that makes me squeeze my butt because I'm uncomfortable.
It was silent in the kitchen. Both of them are staring at me, just waiting for me to say the name. Like neither of them looked slightly amused, and I'm just like in my head, like, what do I do? What do I do? So I start pretending like I'm about to pass out because that really was my only option. It was my only option. And
sometimes you only have one option, like swallowing the gum.
Exactly. You have to do it. It's really what heroes do.
Yeah. Honestly, not all heroes wear capes.
Yeah, and it's like you have to do the thing that no one wants to do.
Oh.
But, so yeah, I was like, oh my gosh, I don't feel so good. And I was like, pretending like, I was like, I think I need to sit down. And they were like, oh no, are you okay? And I'm like sitting down and they give me some food and I'm just like shoving my face. I'm like, what's her name? Like racking my brain. And I'm like, because I'm like, I'm not going to pretend like I'm better until I remember her name.
You fake, come out of a coma. Emily! Her name was Emily!
And then I can't remember. I heard someone say it after I was sitting there for like 15 minutes. And then I'm like, oh yeah, I feel better. And I'm like, I'm not going to say her name now, but we'll just say it's Emily. But I'm like, oh my gosh, yeah, Emily. Oh, God, I was so, can you believe that? And like, I said her name way too much just to
I'm going to use that next
know.
time. Next time I'm feeling so uncomfortable, I'm going to pretend to faint. This is going to make you feel uncomfortable, but I'm going to force you to listen to this story. So, I don't eat a lot of fiber. And I ate 3 oranges in one day. That's a lot of fiber.
Oh, I didn't even know.
Yes. Okay. I was pooping my pants. I didn't actually poop my pants. You're cringing. She's shriveling up. Okay, I was like, I am going to poop my pants. So I am constantly leaving class to go to the bathroom because I've not had this much fiber.
I literally have chills. I'm not.
Okay, listen. So the grumbles are existing in my life. This is about 2 weeks ago. This is 2 weeks ago, and I'm constantly getting the grumbles. And I was like with people, or like one day there was like a boy I was with, and we were on the couch, and my stomach was grumbling. And I'm like, oh, haha, do you hear my stomach? I'm so hungry. Haha. But I'm not hungry. I'm gonna shit my pants.
Oh no.
And so I'm like, okay, whatever. Like this is fine. I'm not allowed to eat oranges, except these oranges are so good. So I still eat 1 a day. I don't eat 3 a day, but I eat 1 a day. Grumbles are still existing in my life. Yesterday morning, I wake up to a text from my friend, Frankie. He's super close with God. He's he's constantly praying for people and finding like ways to pray for people who are hurting and whatnot. Like he's so close to God. It's really cool. So I wake up to a text from him and he's like, have you been having stomach pain? And I was like, what? And I was like, yeah, some weird stomach, like some weird things are going on in my stomach. And he goes, your name popped up when I was praying, like lower region, more gas-like. And I was like, I'm not kidding you. I'm pooping my pants almost. And he goes, God told me, I'm praying for you.
Oh.
So I just want you guys to know that God hears your pains. He hears you. He knows your pains and he's out there looking for you. Whether it's random friends who know that you're having gas issues.
So did it help?
I haven't pooped my pants. I still have the rumbles, but I'm not running to the bathroom.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, I know I feel uncomfortable. I don't know about everybody else, but love that you don't care that everyone hates you and you're gonna start saying yourself.
I just think it's awesome that you're not afraid to just be yourself.
Yeah, it's like you're totally okay with the fact that you're super annoying.